Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Bulldog Show. As always, we're sponsored by Deters Law. You got a big case, Deters Law can handle it. And we got Parks Yoga. In addition to that, please check us out on all of our platforms. Well, guess what? The EPA says all good. Water's good. Air's good. An independent, I don't know who it is, but apparently an independent tester, might be hired by the plaintiff's attorneys, says there's 9 dangerous chemicals in the air in East Palestine, Ohio. Who do you believe? Fish are dead. Animals are dead. What a complete unbelievable. And Joe Biden still says, in his defiance, refuses to go. Refuses to go. And you hear nothing from the woke, liberal, climate, environmental whack jobs, do you? Do you hear from any of them? Hell no, you don't. Imagine if this was a black community. Remember my show about diversity yesterday? Imagine if it was a black community. Oh, they don't care about black people. Oh my goodness. You wonder why Dilbert said the things that he said? You wonder? The creator of Dilbert said what he said? How bad it is? Randy Washington, this crazy lady's the head of the National Teachers Union, outside of the Supreme Court.
All of a sudden, when it's about our students, they challenge it, the corporations challenge it, the student loan lenders challenge it. That is not right, that is not fair, and that is what we are fighting as well.
Let that go, get rid of that debt. How dare they? By the way, I am all for student debt payment adjustment. I am. I'm for adjustment. I am. I'm for even waiving interest, maybe. But even though it's probably low. But I am not for forgiveness. It is completely, absolutely wrong for all those people that made that judgment call to go to college and those who didn't. FBI now says, first the Energy Department out of the FBI, yep, most likely Wuhan lab. You see how they all do it after the fact? After they get what they want, the Joe Biden presidency, then they come clean. Yeah, Twitter goes, yeah, we probably shouldn't have suppressed Hunter Biden. Yeah, we shouldn't have done that. This is what goes on. By the way, I woke up this morning, and I thought about doing a separate show, but I'm just going to interject it right here. I was going to do a separate show on the fact that, folks, if you're angry at what's going on in this country and the state of Kentucky and the state of Ohio, if you're angry, you couldn't elect anybody more for governor of Kentucky that shares your anger of what's going on. This is worth our passion anger. This is not for nonchalant, BS. I'm angry as hell. I can't believe what's happening in this country every single day and in this state every single day. And I'm revved up. And by the way, I'm fighting back. The House kills this ESG bill. This, by the way, just know what ESG is where they're trying to control that you invest. Can you imagine? That's communism. Trying to control how investments are done in environmental conscious companies. It's insanity. Biggest news, really. Lori Lightfoot loses. Finished third, got 17%, not in the top 2, see you later. The one who wants to clean up Chicago finished first. Let's hope. There's not a coalition behind the second guy who's for defunding the cops. By the way, first guy's white, second guy's black. This woman had the nerve in her concession speech say she was proud of the job she did, including with murders. What? Record murders. The China committee kicked off yesterday. This is the congressional committee focused on China. And what really cracks me up is after the by the way, I'm glad they're doing it, but after the barn door is open and China infiltrates this country, oh, now we're going to do something about it. It's unbelievable. And last but not least, 3 police officers, thank goodness, are surviving a police shooting out in Kansas City. They're all going to be okay, it looks like. Coming up next, local news with yours truly. Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury Bulldog Nation, welcome to Bulldog TV Local News. We're always sponsored by Deters Law. Parks Yoga, and check us out on all of our platforms. Before I get to the lead story, I want everybody to know that today at 12 o'clock, I will be at Pee Wee's in Crescent Springs speaking to the Optimist Club. Apparently it gets aired on cable access television as well. So you're in for a real treat if you want to stop by Pee Wee's. I love Pee Wee. Tim Reese and I go all the way back till we were teenagers. He was a big Cub Calf guy, part of the Steve Burling gang. But anyway, I'm going to be there. But our lead story is legalization of medicinal cannabis in the state of Kentucky. And I came out for this over a year ago. Over a year ago. And you can't make this up. Ryan Qualls, who has angered all the hemp growers, has been agriculture commissioner. He's termed out. He has to leave, okay? He yesterday has a press conference on the Frankfurt Capitol steps to announce that he's now for medicinal marijuana. And guess what? They all cover it. WKYT, Ryan Qualls, Nick Storm is Kentucky Fried, who has no following. I get it just because it's a one-story thing that I get. It's like I'm running for governor. Why not look at it? And some of them are saying one governor or one candidate from each party is now doing it. By the way, folks, I want to tell you something. If you don't think that I am pissed off, justifiably. By the way, I got a sense of humor about it, too. At the state media, relative to the coverage of the campaign, man, it's off the charts. And I want all of you to know, and I got this right here. I made this list here for you. All right? This is the list. Mitch McConnell, the Kentucky Republican Party, the Jefferson County Republican Party, who changed their rules. They just decided not to let me be at the debate, and they claim top 4 candidates. Kelly Craft's not even doing it. The state media, the other campaigns, what do they think's going to happen on May 16th? And what will they think's going to happen after May 16th? What do they think's going to happen? I'm telling you, folks, if you hate Mitch McConnell, the state Kentucky Republican establishment, the state media, man, get behind my campaign. I'm going to do my part. I want you to help me do your part. But it's pathetic. This is big news. Ryan Qualls, and you know what it is? Copycat. They're doing more and more of it. Now he claims he's going to release 1 issue a week till the campaign. Really, Ryan? I've been released. I made my 100 positions known a year ago. And I keep, anybody asks me a question, I make it. In other words, Eric Deters comes out for medicinal cannabis and recreational cannabis, 25 and over, treated like liquor, where you can counties and precincts can opt out of it. That's not news. But Ryan Qualls talking about it is news. You know what, folks? I'm telling you right now, those of you that know me, they have no clue who they're dealing with. None. None. All right, long crime. A 55-year-old woman was shot by Goshen police Tuesday after she pointed a gun toward the officers. Officers were called to Pleasant Renner Road, where they found the suicidal woman waving around a gun. The woman is currently listed in stable condition. Springdale man Robert Heim is accused of sexually assaulting 2 girls under the age of 13. Heim was indicted on 5 counts of rape and 5 counts of gross sexual imposition. Unbelievable. Death penalty. That guy needs a death penalty. The assaults took place between 2009 and 2017. In June of 2022, Lance Storrs killed 3 Floyd County officers and a canine in a surprising shooting. On Tuesday, Storrs was found dead of an apparent suicide at the Pike County Detention Center. The cause is under investigation. You think they beat him up a little bit? They sure did, didn't they? The federal local news. By the way, add on local news. The barber shop right down the street from Deters Law in Independence, right across from the courthouse, which used to be the old Ponzer's restaurant, the old Ponzer's restaurant, burnt up today. They're still dealing with it. the Federal Aviation Administration has awarded Cincy Northern Kentucky Airport $14 million in grants. The funds will be used to upgrade 28 passenger boarding bridges available throughout the facility. And we got a little dispute going on in Campbell County. The Campbell County Republican Party will soon vote to reevaluate Chair Anna Zinkhan and Treasurer Steve Cunningham. Now, I want to just go ahead and tell you about this, okay? I got Myrna Eads, who's the head of Moms of Liberty, is my friend, and I love her, and I support her, and she supports me. I also supported Anna Zinkhan when she ran for judge executive. I like her. I supported Steve Cunningham, who I now consider a personal friend. I also wrote a check to Jessica Neal, who's part of the anti-Cunningham and Anna Zinkhan. So I just want to tell you, yours truly, I got friends on both sides. Friends on both sides. So I hope they work it out. But that's my position. Always shooting straight with you. Kentucky State News. The Kentucky House bill passed a bill Tuesday focusing on the state's much maligned juvenile justice system. The bill would reopen a Louisville detention center and provide better mental health and addiction services. The program has recently dealt with difficult issues, including a recent trend of violence in the centers. Lawmakers are moving forward with trying to keep coal-fired power plants on the state's electric grid. Really, I would hope. Senate Bill 4 would not allow the fossil fuel to be retired for foreseeable future in Kentucky. You need a bill for that? That's where we are. In Ohio State news, reports are in for the first month of sports betting in Ohio. January saw over $1.1 billion, this is Ohio State news, worth of sports wagering across the state. Wow. And in sports, there you go right there. Duke Tobin, the creator of this Bengals team, says they ain't trading Higgins. Joe Rudder will be happy. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.
Hello, Bulldog Nation. Today's world news. 2 trains have collided in northern Greece, killing at least 36 people and injuring dozens more. The passenger train carrying 350 people crashed with a freight train late last night. It is not clear what caused the crash. Nigeria has a new president. Bola Tinubu wins the election against Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar. The 70-year-old veteran politician got 37% of the nation's votes. Almost 700 girls have been poisoned by toxic gas in Iran since November, in what many believe is a deliberate attempt to force their schools to shut down. The girls have suffered from respiratory problems, sickness, dizziness, and fatigue. Finland has begun constructing a 124-mile fence on its border with Russia to boost security. The fence will be 10 foot tall with barbed wire on top. King Charles is evicting Harry and Meghan from Frogmore Cottage, leaving them without a UK home and offering the house to Prince Andrews. In sports, Manchester City beat Bristol City 3-0 last night, whilst Everton will take on league leaders Arsenal later today. Until tomorrow, have a great day and thank you for watching. Cheers.